Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Here we go. Testing. Testing. 1, 2.
down here right now. They're just setting up the trophies on the boards.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to round number 5 of the Great American Shortcourse Series presented by Optima Batteries. Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Arnold. I'll be joined alongside with the race call with Scott Rain. A beautiful day here. The blue skies are up. We got clouds out there, just kind of all surrounding it, but we got that high desert bubble coming on. A little light breeze coming in, a little chilly this morning, but nevertheless, going to be great for the drivers for sure. Scott, great racing last night.
Oh, it was a blast.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is go back and look at some of the videos, some of the drone shots, some of the still shots of when it was dark and the lights were on. Absolutely stunning. This place has never been so gorgeous as it was last night under the lights.
Yeah, definitely. And that sunset was mind-blowing. And talk about the racing. It was absolutely incredible. The kids definitely stole the show for sure.
Yeah. The 170s and the Junior 1 and Junior 2 carts, without a doubt, had the best action. And this track, all night long, was in absolutely perfect condition. No dust, no ruts, no blue groove. It was absolutely tacky, and not a lot of mud. There wasn't a whole lot of need for tear-offs. So everything about last night was absolutely off the hook.
That's great. Kelvin did a great job. But we're going to get this show under the road here. We got all the drivers, looks like, ready for they're in staging, getting ready to roll out. But we got to start the right way. And, of course, that's always with our chaplain from Racers for Christ, Chappie Steve Hansen.
Please bow with me as we pray. Father, we are just so blessed that we get to come out here and race in Victorville, and we just thank you for that. We just ask that you continue to show a favor on this track to keep us safe, and that your glory would be known to all those that are on it and all those that are watching. But Father, we continue to lift up Kyle LeDuc with his sickness, with cancer, that you would heal that and you get that out of his system. And we continue to pray for Johnny Greaves as well with his injuries from this weekend. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen, Steve. Amen, Steve. Well, we've got a lot of great things going on today, but one of the greatest things, of course, is our national anthem, and that's always the greatest way to get it started here. So I'd like to say the greatest song ever. So this time, please remove your hats and rise for the singing of the national anthem. Well, what a great way to get that started for sure. And of course, man, they dirked on that track last night, got it all in shape for today's racing. It looks great, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get this started, of course, the AM Ortega Junior 1 carts. We're going to get them rolling out here in just a moment. You can see them all staged off there.
Well, Dave, yeah, as normal, we got some fans watching us at home right now, tuned in for the first race here this morning. Once again, it's the AM Ortega Junior 1 carts. Let's hear where everybody's watching us from, whether it's your hometown, your favorite driver, you're sitting by the pool, sitting out back, getting ready to throw something on the grill here for lunch, whatever it may be. Let us know where you're watching from, who your favorite driver is. If you got any questions for Dave or I, hit us up. We'll do our best to respond back to you. And, well, you know, we'll call you out online. Hey, it's nice to see everybody's watching us from. And here, before we get going with the first race, here's our current points here. This is after last night, which is round 4. Our top 3 in points, Samuel Gibbs has got 192. Brixton Wirt, who had a really good run last night, scored, he's up to a 211. And Ian Torfey, we mentioned that name a lot last night in the main event with 225. And that's the current point standings as of right now after round 4. This is round 5 of the 2023 season. We are actually one race past halfway. We got 8 races for 8 weekends. So that's going to be kind of cool. Here's our lineup as they make their way around in the pace lap for the AM Ortega Junior 1 carts. Starting in that front row, we got Caden Greinke. Mentioned his name a lot last night. He'll start on the pole alongside Samuel Gibbs, alongside of him. Brixton Wirt, row 2 inside, along with Ian Torfey outside in row 2. Row 3 inside, Michael Scafuto alongside Penelope Scafuto in row 3. Row 4, we're going to end up with Cooper McClellan in the 269 and Lily Shipley Hayes in the 211.
Well, of course, we saw the point standing there. That was pretty much the way the podium went yesterday. Ian Torfey, the man that stood on top of that box, looking to be on top once again here. But Caden Greinke, he'll be up front with Samuel Gibbs and see if these two can make a run here and see if we can change that podium up a little bit and maybe shake the points up. And that's what they're looking to do as we get past that halfway point in the season. The Honda Talons leading them around. We should see it pull off as soon as the lights go off. That's always a good indication. You'll see those holometer lights on top. When they go off and pull off, there it is. Coming up to the Optima Batteries green flag, and we are green, green, green. Gibbs on the outside, Greinke to the inside. And you can see Wirt and Torfey there in second and third. And trying to make some moves.
Yeah, I thought last night racing was really, really good, and I thought maybe that we both mentioned a couple of times how much faster. Is it me, or are these cars really faster than what they were the last year or two? And we both mentioned that we're kind of caught off guard. And I thought maybe it's because it was at night, under the lights, everything seems bigger, brighter, faster, that whole kind of thing. Everything just really stands out under the lights. And as I watch them right now, they haven't slowed down in the daylight. Oh, we got contact made. Yeah, cars, 2 of them are turned around in that infield right-hander.
It looks like that was Penelope Scafuto, and it looks like possibly McClellan, I believe. But yeah, I think these kids have all gotten a little faster, and that's one of the things about this. And plus, the track really makes fast racing conditions.
I don't like saying the track was easy to drive last night because it's a racing surface. I don't care what it is. It's not easy. But the confidence level when a track is prepped like this, it gives that added confidence to driver to go faster. Is that a replay or is that another? Oh, that's another incident. 2 cars got together.
Is that Wirt? That's Brixton Wirt.
Oh, that way back in the far left section. Yeah, they're locked up. They got the track crew right there, right where they separate them. They both should be able to get back underway, but that's going to – the only saving grace is that competition yellow.
Yes. Which they're coming up a little bit here. 10 laps, make up the distance. 5. We're going to throw that comp caution.
Looks like one car is having issues getting fired back up and underway. Let's see, it's moving. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, it looks like Wirt's got running again, too.
That's one really that's probably the most important aspect of that competition. Yellow. Everyone says it takes away from the if one guy has got a really good car set up and he's gone, it takes away from that particular setup and that kind of day that he's having. I think it's a fair trade-off because somewhere along the line, it's called karma.
It comes back
And
around.
and as good as you're doing that day, it's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, oh, thank God, there's that comp yellow.
Yeah, it's full circle thing. I always do it. And you see Caden Granke goes by the 2-2-3. Torfey out front leading. Samuel Gibbs. Followed by Michael Scafuto, Shipley Hayes, Wirt, Penelope Scafuto. And Caden Granke unfortunately got shuffled all the way back on that one. Now we're really going to use that competition caution to get them bunch out because they are all the way around the track.
Yeah, they're equally gapped out of like, what, 4 or 5 seconds between each one. This entire racetrack is covered right now. I've never seen it like this before. It's almost like qualifying.
Yeah, it really is.
They weren't this separated for qualifying.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy there. Ian Torfey, the only one not having issues, our points leader, yesterday's winner. Granke makes the appearance there.
And we got one car on its side.
Oh.
That infield right-hander.
One of the Scafuto cars.
And 2 of our track are able to get back up on its side, or back up on its wheels. See if they can get it fired back up. All I saw was a cloud of dust. I didn't actually see it happen. There's a drone shot.
217 there.
That is Michael.
Michael was running third. Boy, that's going to change things up for him, too.
Yeah, it's a big names already in this class having issues out there. And we're not even at the halfway point yet.
Well, these kids fighting to change that podium up. The only one so far that hasn't changed is Torfey up front. And then now Samuel Gibbs has moved, who was third yesterday, moved into that second position. And how about Shipley Hayes? She's moved up into the third position. So Lily doing a good job. And there's that comp caution, Scott.
It's going to take a while to get these kids grouped up.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, it might take 2 pace laps to do so.
And sometimes getting some of these trophy car kids, as it's been referred to, as herding cats. Getting them back in the line in the correct order sometimes when mayhem ensues.
What's kind of scary when you think of, not scary, but it's funny when you think about it. There are, 5 drivers now currently running in the top 3 classes of NASCAR that have come from
absolutely
trophy carts. But when these same NASCAR drivers, the Haley Deegans of the world and the
Zane Smith, the Riley Herbst,
Creed,
Sheldon Creed.
You know, when they were running trophy carts, they were helter-skelter all over the place. What do I always say? The most dangerous position or job to have
was a track worker during
was a corner flagger during a trophy cart race. Those particular NASCAR drivers were the reason half the guys out in the racetrack are doing face plants and dive bombing out of the way.
And Brad, our old buddy there, definitely the man who's been
was run over twice,
if not 3 or 4 times. I think a water truck might have hit him once.
But and to see, I don't want to take anything away from the top flight drivers that we're now watching on NASCAR, but the kids, I think, behind the wheel right now
are farther
ahead in their driving ability than the same drivers were back 20 years ago, 15 years ago. We saw racing from all 3, both trophy car classes in the 170s. Awesome passing last night, and no touching.
No, you're right.
There was no touching. It was clean passes. It was clean racing.
The old days, it was, basically a bash fest for a while.
I don't think they knew that there was a pedal on the left.
You mean I'm supposed to lift? And it looks like Michael Scafuto, they've held him up there, and they're going to let him tack the back of the field.
Oh, our first one of our fans that are tuned in, Marv Thorson, is checked in from Northern Nevada. So thanks a lot for tuning in earlier this morning, Marv. It's cool to see you part of it. Who's your favorite driver, I'm wondering? Northern Nevada. That could be a lot of places.
Trying to think. Was that like Area 51?
Is Area 51 Northern Nevada? I thought it was outside of Las Vegas.
Well, it's kind of north of Las Vegas. I guess it would be.
Between Vegas and, St. George, Utah, somewhere out there?
And an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Undisclosed that everybody knows about.
Yeah. They got what, Tonopah up there too, or something in that area?
Oh, there's a diamond in the rough. Yeah. Wow.
Well, Ian Torfey back in his dominant way. So it's going to be Torfey, Gibbs, and look at this. Brixton Wirt. And no. We got another 3 cars.
Boy, those teal cars seem like they've been involved in every single incident so far.
Well, there are a few Scafudos out there. Just as we say, they've been behaving themselves, and now we're starting to see them back to the old ways. Second day racing, some of the kids that were in the back, tend to get a little frustrated.
They were up too late last night playing flashlight tag.
Yeah. That's one of the cool things about all the families and the kids out here all playing. It's in a gated area. It's all safe.
Once again, some great camera shots. I mean, some of these ground level cameras are shooting just as good, if not better, pictures than the drones, and the drones are killing it.
Yeah, this is an incredible shot coming around here. I'm loving this one.
Oh, and Marv Thorson checks in again and goes, he's in Carson City.
Carson City.
That's one place I've never been, is Carson City.
Very cool.
But still, thank you for tuning in. This is pretty cool. Love that you're there. Well, 5th, 6th, and 7th right now the only real contest out on the racetrack between Penelope Scafudo, Caden Greinke, and Cooper McClellan, and that a little bit further back in the pack.
Yeah, Torfey's definitely checked out. Brixton Wirt trying to roll it in. He's up in that second position. And look at this, Samuel Gibbs in third. Pretty much a little deja vu from yesterday.
Off-road is no different than other forms of motorsports in that, one night you'd be going to the World of Outlaws sprint car race, and that guy is just on fire with this. A white flag comes out one more time around for our leader. But it's like somebody could just light the track on fire one night at the World of Outlaws and just have the perfect setup, and the next night come back, same racetrack, same conditions, and that car is just out to lunch. The setup is way off. Off-road is no different.
Yeah.
These little cars right here, these little trucks, are no different. Could have been on fire last night, and you basically clean it up, check a few things, and get ready for the next round of racing, and all of a sudden it's completely messed up. You have no idea what's going on.
Well, Torfey seems to be unscorched on that one for sure, because running out front on the white flag, he's got a couple of humps, a left turn, 2 bumps, and a checkered flag in his future.
Humps, bumps, and a turn. All right.
That's right. In this case, a couple of fingers.
Yeah, he's the only driver. As he takes a checkered flag, the only driver in the 55-second bracket, so he's been showing the way around from the drop of the green flag. Ian Torfey will take the win in the AM Ortega Junior 1-car division. Brixton Wirt running that second spot. Samuel Gibbs will come around for the final podium spot. Lily Shipley-Hayes, a little bit better run than she had last night, finishing in 4th. Penelope Scafudo will round out the top 5 with Caden Greinke, Cooper McClellan, and Mike Scafudo rounding out the field. We'll send Dave Arnold trackside to talk to our top 3 finishers in just a moment as they make their way around the racetrack on a cool-down lap and heading towards the podium. And there's our unofficial results for the AM Ortega Junior 1 carts. 8th spot goes to Michael Scafuto with Cooper McClellan finishing 7th. 6th will be Caden Greinke. Top 5 will go to Penelope Scafuto in that 5th spot. Lily Shipley Hayes 4th. And our podium finishers will be Samuel Gibbs in 3rd, Brixton Wirt 2nd, and taking the win once again, Ian Torfey in the 297 as they are now crawling out of their cars, working right to the podium. And Dave Arnold has our top 3 finishers trackside. Dave?
Fastest ever seen the kids out of the car. Well, here we are again. Is this a little deja vu? Same spot as yesterday, Sam. I got to say it was a good race though, and it was a little crazy the first half there. I didn't know if you were going to get this podium or not, did you?
No.
So what happened out there?
On turn 4, like I was coming out of the turn, and then the car just like started glitching, and then it started going slow, and I just pushed it all the way to the finish line.
And then you're able to just get back. The second half of the race came together.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good one. Do you want to thank some people, bud?
Chemie Engineering, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my Shannon, my spotter, and everybody else.
Give it up for Sam Gibbs, everybody. Good job for this young man, the TGR driver. Going to move it over to Brixton Wirt. And wow, Brixton. It's crazy. You know, Sammy was having his problems, and you got tied up over there. Didn't look like a podium was in your future, and you fought back.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I just thought I had enough room, and I tried to go in turn. Just he got into my back bumper, and we got tied up.
And then just got tied up. Just a racing incident, right?
Yeah.
But you fought back hard to get up here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to thank some people?
My dad, Coach Troy, Ogio Boxo, Pro Eagle, and that's it.
Give it up for Brixton Wirt, everybody. A great job. Fought his way back to the podium, and someone didn't have any problems out there. Ian, what a killer job, man. You got there. Yeah, last night got the win. You got the points lead, and here you are on top. For that, Mountain High. You got a whole weekend of skiing up in Mountain High now.
Yeah, I do.
I was looking forward to it. Just have to wait for the weather to change, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about the race out there. What was going through your nut mind?
I'm gonna start just push Samuel out to the lead, then take his spot.
Yeah, and then we had, I know Caden Greinke was there in the front, you were in the back row, so you got by them?
Yeah.
Well, that worked out. Do you want to thank some people?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Hi Mom, Walker Evans Racing, Sparko, Troy Adams, Hoosier Tires, Rugged Radios, Kanan, Gas for putting on this race, and my mom, my dad, and my whole entire family.
Give it up for this young man, let alone all of them. Ian Torfey up on top. Samuel Gibbs in that third position there. And again, Brixton Wirt second. And standing tall on top of the box once again, Ian Torfey. Well, there are the juniors, the future of the sport. And I know Scott and I, we've talked so many times about a lot of our future kids have come from this sport that are racing NASCAR now, off-road. They're champions, whether it's in the big trucks or go anywhere. That's the future right there, folks. Back to you, Scott.
Thanks a lot, Dave. And again, congratulations to our top 3 finishers in AM Ortega Junior 1 carts. Torfey, Wirt, Gibbs. Nice job, guys. Now it's time to have a little bit of fun as you get to enjoy and spectate the rest of the day's racing. Getting ready next for the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s. Coming up in just a moment for race number 2 here this morning. You can see our next race already in staging, getting ready to go. Actually, our next 2 races are in staging, getting ready to go. So we had one of our MAO race officials from Oklahoma here last night, spending some time with us. Brian Atkinson. We want to call him out and thank him for spending the night with us. He just checked in right now from the Ontario airport as he's heading back right now, heading back to Oklahoma or Texas, where he's from, but heading back to Oklahoma. His Visions is starting first thing tomorrow with practice, and he has to be there for that. So, again, thanks, Brian, for being part of the Great American Short Course Series here last night. Here's our lineup for the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s. 7 cars are making the call. So on the front will be Brixton Wirt as we're waiting for him as he will tear off the track, jump out of one car, jump in another, get suited up, belted up, and come on out. He'll be on the pole for the next race. Alongside of him in row 1 will be Luke Vale. In row 2 inside, Jake Hill in the 170. Samuel Gibbs is another driver pulling double duties in the 115. Row 3 inside, Cassidy Walton in the 191, along with Brianna Walton in the 190. Didn't they start like that last night, the Waltons right next to each other? I believe, yeah.
Did, yes.
And then Ian Corona will start 7th in the triple ones. The next race after the Breland Ironworks 170 will be the Junior 2 carts. So you can see both of those classes right now in staging. Brian just checked in a moment ago from the Ontario airport, heading back to Oklahoma.
Oh, nice early rise flight.
Yeah. Actually, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I mean, for you desert people, they're freezing right now. They're bundled up and they got their double hoodies on and vests and this.
All of Southern California is raining right now. We can see the points right now here in the Razor 170s. Jake Hill in third, 198. Trayton Lawrence with 200 in that second position, and Luke Vale with 208. It's a close one.
Yeah, I think of all the classes we have, this might be the tightest points battle right now. Again, we are entering in one race past halfway for the season already.
Now, I was saying it's like everywhere else. Talked to my girlfriend. She said it was raining down in Orange County.
Really?
So kind of crazy there. I know the Inland Empire is going to be getting it. It's kind of crazy up here, Hesperia, Victorville, this desert area. Kind of a bubble sometimes. You can see clouds all the way around us, but it's beautiful here.
You know, going back to Brian Atkinson, I noticed one thing last night, and it didn't dawn on me till just now. He's a very serious individual. He's very level-headed, doesn't get riled up real high, or doesn't get real low, very low. I saw him smile a couple times last night.
That's good.
Yeah. He had that much fun that he actually smiled. I have yet to see him smile at MAO or when he's actually working back in.
Well, he wasn't really working, just observing. So it was kind of like, hey, all the pressure's off of me. No one's yelling at me, which is the typical sign. How do you find the promoter? There's someone yelling at him.
or you don't because he's hiding.
Yeah. Or they, you always say it's like you can make some of the people happy some of the time, but it can't make all the people happy all the time.
Ever.
So we see them all staged out there. Track looks like it's in great condition. We should see them rolling out here just in a few moments.
Not sure what the pause is about. Track is clear.
There it is. There's the pace vehicle.
They're waiting for Gary or whoever's driving the Honda.
I think it is Gary this time.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like Gary.
Well, the 170s were pretty quick last night as well.
Yes, definitely. They looked, like you said, everything looked fast last night to me.
So once again, we got you know what the pause was. I mentioned it earlier, but it just dawned on me till now. It was because we had 3 drivers that were in the last race in this one.
That's right. Brixton Wirt's one of them, I believe.
Yeah, and he's on the pole. So they had to jump out of one, get belted into another, and it's not just a simple sit down in a race seat and buckle. There's all kinds of things they have to get hooked up.
Yeah, we had let's see, Brixton Wirt and Samuel Gibbs too.
So what you got? Yeah, Brian just chimed in and goes, "Yeah, the racers from last race need to jump in their cars for this race." Yeah,
he was paying attention.
So he's doing a race official stuff as he's sitting in the airport. Brian, shutty uppy. So Kim Barnett's checked in from South Dakota But she's at the Oregon Sand Dunes in Coos Bay. She goes. She loves this stuff.
Oh, that is so beautiful and so cool up there.
Yeah, but she's from South Dakota. That's like one of the most beautiful states in the country. Wow. You know what?
Coos Bay is not too shabby in Oregon.
Yeah, but it's like you live there, you have a tendency to forget that you live there and what's in your backyard. I mean,
Well,
I forget about the beach and the ocean. It's 10 miles away from me.
Isn't they always say the grass is always greener?
I guess, but it's like, people here in this neighborhood, they got the desert mountains in the background, and I'm sure they take that for granted after a while. Every once in a while, the sunset or sunrise.
It's 110 degrees out here, they head to the beach.
Or the
Right in their air conditioner or smoke cooler.
So now look at this parade lap. That's how you do it right there. Side by side, nose to tail. Coming up to that first orange cone. Now, wow, look at that.
Well, when qualifying yesterday, watching those kids, they spaced it out, everything. These kids have really matured quite a bit.
This is the class that did that. That gapped out big time. Oh, we already got contact made up and over. It's the 191 and the 115. That's Cassidy Walton and Samuel Gibbs involved. Gibbs is the one laying on its side, but Cassidy, I'd have to see a replay. I don't think once Gibbs got turned sideways, I don't think it didn't appear that she lifted. So I don't know if this is going to cause yep, there it is, the red flag. So we'll do a complete restart, bring it back to the starting line. It was a soft rollover, so the car should be, I would think, okay. Mechanically.
It did look like a nice, easy over.
Let's see. I'm trying to look underneath the table here to see. Looks like the left rear is all bent up. The axle possibly. It might be running, but I don't think they'd noticed it until. Let's see. Yeah, that left rear's got some wobble to it, but he's moving. It looks like he's going to try to continue on. So Samuel Gibbs looks like he'll come back. Maybe it wasn't, but it sure looked like it might have been a bent axle.
He's
but
moving
not
right
by
along.
Yeah, but not by the speed that he's going. He kind of have that Fred Flintstone look to it in his rock wheel car.
The bumpity bump bump.
Yeah, but I don't see it doing that.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go ahead and bring him around, let everybody come back and tag up the field here and get a true good restart.
So everybody should be able to assume the position they had. It was as if the green flag never flew.
Yeah, total restart.
I still stand on the fact I think that axle's bent. So once again, we want to thank Brian Atkinson, Ken Barnett, and let's see, was it Marv Thorson for checking in so far, letting us know where they're watching it from, who their favorite driver is. Yeah, Gibbs, you can hear something's not right. Riding that clutch a little bit. But, no, we'll get back underway.
Yeah,
in just a moment.
It's a straight tone. And we're going to try and see if we can take a look at this.
Yeah, our production trailer right there. Our guys back there are stepped up their game. We should be having a replay in a moment. That incident just took place as we're watching it live right now on our one of our drone pilots. There it is, yeah. That was just like the last third of it or so.
And a quick...
That's a new one. No, see, they make contact right there. No, yeah, she lifted. See how right there the right rear is bent.
Oh. Something's on with it. It just doesn't sound right.
So we want to thank the guys back in the production trailer bringing us that footage and trying their best to do all kinds of cool little things. The additions and a replay. I like that reverse replay.
I do, because it gave
that
us
was kind of neat.
A couple different looks at it, go back and forth. And all right, here we go.
Green flag is back out for the second time for a complete restart, and we're underway.
Jake Hill, the big winner yesterday.
Yeah, Dave, I'm telling you right now, Brixton has got that left rear. That definitely is a bent axle. I'm sorry, Gibbs. That is a bent left rear axle. There's no doubt about it. I caught it going into turn one.
You see the wobble?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It kind of looks like when they go faster, it kind of goes away, it looks like. But, no, it's just vibrating very violently inside that car.
Oh, how about this? We got Quinn Klenke watching us from St. Louis, Missouri. Can't wait till Visions 2023 Mid-America Outdoors. He said these kids are ripping it. So thanks for checking in, Quinn. We'll see you. Hell, I'm going to be there tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night. Yeah, it looks like Jake Hill right out front now. Brixton Work battling for second with Luke Vale. Of course, Luke is the points leader, and he had a little bit of a rough run yesterday. He wasn't in that top position like he's so accustomed to.
Yeah, next time by, Dave, is right from here into turn 1, you'll see that left rear doing this on Samuel Gibbs' car. We're not used to seeing him this far back, so he definitely knows that there's issues with that car.
Oh, I guarantee he's feeling that.
Yeah.
That whole car is, just vibrating violently.
Can you hear what the spot? Can you imagine what the spotter's hearing? But there's, I swear there's something wrong with the car.
Little vibrato.
Next race coming up after this will be the Junior 2 carts. Junior 2 is coming up in just a moment.
So we're trying to work up on the backside now of Jake Hill and that Signature Propellers machine. Luke Vale slid back just a little bit. I saw the big breakfast order coming up. Did you get your order in with him, Scott?
Oh, there's half of Mexico, I think, in that bag. All the breakfast burritos. Just for the fans that are listening, I want everybody to know that if you sit in front of the announcer's window and are just mowing down your breakfast in front of us, that is so incredibly rude. And they're not listening, so they don't care.
Yeah, Oliver's got his pizza. We got breakfast burritos down there.
If you're wearing a Green King Shocks hoodie and are eating a breakfast burrito in front of the announcers,
that camouflage is not working. We can still see it.
Yeah, he's not. He is so not listening.
And Sam Gibbs, looks like Samuel's moved his way up a little bit there. He's back in 5th place.
Yeah, Jake Hill and Brixton were both have pulled away from the pack. They got a nice little battle going on. If not, didn't they do the same thing last night? The same 2 cars?
Yeah, Luke Vale's not that far back, but I'm used to seeing him up there battling with these guys.
And we still have the Comp Yellow coming up in just a moment. Connor Berry's watching. Hey, Connor, missed you last night, man. Unbelievable track conditions. You would have loved racing here last night underneath the lights, Connor.
And the new track extension you would have loved, too.
Yeah, so hope you're doing well out there in Anago. And they're going to kill it today for round 2 in the Champ Off-Road Series.
And then we'll see you at the end of this week in Oklahoma.
They're leaving right from Anago heading there.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I want some CBR stickers. What?
I could see right over Oliver's big head. He tuned us out.
Everybody is, I think, this morning. Well, boys, some nice tight lap times, and all on the most recent lap. Jake Hill, the 55.88. Brixton Ward with a 55.71. Luke Vale, the 55.95. And they're the 3 drivers on that 55-second bracket. So that's probably one of the reasons why they're pulling away from the field, but very, very tight racing. And it looks like as the Comp Yellow is coming out, this time by, with Jake Hill with the lead. Brixton Wirt will cross the line in 2nd.
And Luke Vale is going to come across in 3rd, and I'll be excited to see when we get that comp caution is got them all racked back up, how things could change. Is Luke going to make a run for it, try and establish it out there? Will Jake be able to stay out front, or Brixton Wirt? Will he make it to that top position?
Hey, AJ Zinner's checked in. Hey, AJ, how you doing, man? Hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. Drone shot right there, looking down at our pace lap. Our competition yellows now
really great showing how these vehicles get up and get into the single file from when we start for the first part of the race, where they're tandem side by side, and then we go to single file on the restarts with the comp cautions.
Well, even with the bent axle, Gibbs has moved up into the top 5. So we'll see if it's.
I think Samuel's going to just put the hammer down and go for it.
Yeah, he's a front runner for sure, but that's got to be affecting him at least a little bit. And you should be able to see it, even from your vantage point. The left rear's got a wobble to it, no doubt.
We get one of our little race drones down there right behind that car,
Yeah.
and get a little shot.
Yeah, so if our drone pilot, if you can hear us, it'd be the left rear tire on the 115, the gray car currently.
They can do it, too.
Oh, I know.
They can.
I forget who it was, but somebody at King of the Hammers about 3 years ago actually went underneath the car when it was climbing a rock. And you saw it coming because he just speed ran it. And it was like, and then he kind of turned it around and backed up.
And we're Optima batteries green, green, green once again. I know George talked about Jake Urbito, who used to race UTVs, is all part doing this, I believe, cam deal and flying with all of them. Okay, that right there, you could see that thing is definitely.
Oh yeah, there.
I wonder if the hub's bunt.
So that tells me that I didn't know it, but the pilots must be able to hear us.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think it's pretty cool. They're right down over to the right here, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, you can definitely
Oh
tell.
wow, that Samuel Gibbs is getting shook apart there. It looks like.
He's probably right now. What the heck is that drone doing?
But it's a good battle there as he tries to make his way up from 5th to 4th right now. And Cassidy Walton right in front of him at that point. And I think it has caused a little bit reduction in speed too.
Yeah, when you see it doing that wobble deal and you see how you watch him closely when it goes into the turns, the car just doesn't have any stability whatsoever right now.
Wants to skip through the turn versus drive through the turn. But that's really a cool thing now. I mean, hopefully we're going to see that more and more, and with things. And it looks like, see off the distance, track crew was moving another 170 off the track that had issues. We're keeping it under green flag racing.
So there'll be 2 laps remaining this time by as Jake Hill and Brixton Wirt, their battle starts to heat up right now. And I got one question. If Connor Berry, if you're still watching, I know you're in Antigo right now, Wisconsin. Have you tried the cheese curds yet? You, your mom or dad. You got to try the cheese curds there in Antigo.
Oh, I'm sure they've had the cheese curds. Clinton.
You don't know that.
Yeah, they've been back there several times. Clint's a regular, of course, CBR radiators and intercoolers and all the cool stuff with fans that they do, whether it's short course or desert.
I'm trying to talk him into moving to Oklahoma because right where we're at, just outside of Tulsa, there's I met a guy who races dirt track modifieds. There's 9 racetracks, including drag strips and an asphalt track, 9 racetracks all within a 3-county area right there. I'm like, dude, you got a captive audience.
Yeah, that's true.
So white flag will be coming up this time for Brixton Wirt running up front. Jake Hill running that 2nd spot. Luke Vale in 3rd. White flag is waving, and Jake Hill is about to start making some attempts at making that pass.
Yeah, it's crazy. He led the first part of the race there. After that comp caution, Brixton Wirt able to make moves, get into that top position. Now Jake is in the position that Brixton was earlier, just hounding him.
Jake is right there. I just don't know if he's got the speed to it. He's got the position, the opportunity. I think the only way it's going to happen is if Brixton has some sort of issue, makes a mistake in one of the turns. That's the only chance Jake has because these cars right now are so equal.
Can Jake get into Brixton's head is the question.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. 1 turn is left, but who knows? 1 turn.
Here they come. The final turn, the checkered flag is out.
Yep, it's not going to happen for Jake Hill, but Brixton Wirt, it is, as he'll take the win. Jake Hill's second. Coming around for third will be Luke Vale in that final podium spot. Cassidy Walton finished fourth. Samuel Gibbs, hurt car and all, will finish in the top 5. Actually, no, I'm sorting Brianna Walton, the guide around. Gibbs falls back to the 6th, and Ian Corona will round out the 7-car field of the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s. Coming up next will be Junior 2 carts, a nice large field there, as Dave Arnold makes his way down towards the podium to have a quick word with our top 3 finishers in the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s. And there's the unofficial results of the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s. Again, Ian Corona in that 7th spot. Samuel Gibbs drops down 1 spot in that final lap with a broke car, or a hurt car, I should say. Top 5 for Brianna Walton. And Cassidy Waltons finishes in that 4th spot. Luke Vale, the first man on the podium. Jake Hill right there in that 2nd spot on the podium. And Brixton Wirt with the win in the 114. The unofficial results of the Breland Ironworks Razor 170s.
All right, here we go. Luke Vale, Jake Hill, and Brixton Wirt. Luke, well, you had a fight in your hands with this one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. I know you're fighting for that. The championship right now. You're the points leader coming in the day, so it's going to be close.
Yeah.
So tell me about your race. You have fun?
Yeah, and I was playing it too safe at the end. I was letting off too much. And then when Jake made a mistake and went outside, I should have been there, but I wasn't.
So now you got to know not to just take it easy. You got to go for it, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to thank some people for being up here, buddy?
Yeah, I'd like to thank K&N, Sparko, my dad, my mom, my brother, the O'Briens, the Hills, and God and Great American Shortcourse for putting on this event.
Give it up for that young man. Luke Vale right there, an awesome job. Moving on to Jake Hill. And Jake, man, this was a rough one, yesterday at top. And, of course, led the first part of the race. A little mistake, like he was saying, kind of got there. But at least you only lost one spot.
Yeah.
So tell me about what was the rough part of the race for you?
Getting past.
Yeah, I think so. What happened?
I was trying to block, but I took the last turn a little too tight, and I went a little wide, and I left the door open.
Yeah, that happens, though. It happens to the best of them, but, it's still in a good run. You guys are all pretty much fighting for the championship.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to thank some people for being up here?
Yeah, I want to thank my dad, my mom, my sister, the Vales,
the Dropkin Crew, Signature Propellers, Redline Oil, CMI, Gate Belts, King Shocks, and that's it. Yeah.
Give it up for him right there. Jake Hill, everybody, great job. And Brixton, boy, you guys jumped right out of the cars, get into this one, got a back-to-back races, and you fought your way to the top there. I know you and Jake were, going through there. You capitalized on that mistake.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the race?
Kind of in the back straight back there before coming into the little turn.
You like that corner?
Yeah.
It's setting up for it. Is that what you like?
Yeah, I can set it up a little more.
A little bit more, and that's where you find more speed, right?
Yeah.
Well, you want to know what's going to make so great about this win? Well, not only are you getting an 8-hour pass to Mountain High to go skiing, you're also getting from Bergeson's and Toyota of Redlands $100. Oh yeah, that make it a little sweeter.
Huh? Yeah.
A lot better, right?
Yes.
All right, who do you want to thank, bud?
My dad, my mom, Coach Troy, Boxo, Pro Eagle, and that's it.
Give up for him right there. Brixton Werf with a great job. One more time. Let's give it up for Luke Vale, Jake Hill, and Brixton Werf standing tall on the box.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave. As we get ready for the next race, again, it's going to be the Junior 2 cards. Congratulations to the top 3 finishers of the Breland Ironworks Razor 170 at Brixton, where Jake Hill and Luke Vale all on the podium. As we get ready for the next race, for the fans back at home, there's our camera shot of staging. Looks like you can see one of our mini stock trucks in staging as well. Here's our lineup of Junior 2 carts, 12 cars strong. On that front row, we've got Brody Glaze sitting on the pole in the 425, Chris Collinsworth in the 459. You know what? I got to tell you, I love fans' reactions to their drivers, their favorite drivers. So every time I say the 425 of Brody Glaze, you hear, yeah, I love that. The 459 of Chris Collinsworth starts right alongside of Brody. Row 2 inside, Jaden Manchester in the 423. Outside of Jaden, we've got the 499 of Luke Adler. Row 3 inside, Kylie Collinsworth in that 479. And Mikey Childress will start 6th spot in the 484. Row 4 inside, Dalen Pike in the 422. And Haley Collinsworth in the 444s. Row 5 inside, Ian Torfey's out there in that 497. Mackenzie Montgomery in the 431 outside. Row 6 inside, the final row, Luke Dawson in the 410 and Braden Bridgewater in the 446. There we got it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to the Junior 1, Junior 2 carts and the Razor 170s, they've got the loudest fans. I don't care if they're family members. I don't care if they're friends. I love to hear the reaction up in the stands, not only do the introductions, but also while the race is going on. You like what you see. You guys are up on your feet, throwing your fists in the air and cheering on your favorite driver. And that's what this sport's all about. So that's a very, very cool thing. Here's our unofficial, our official points after 4 rounds of racing. Jaden Manchester sits 3rd in the one with 181 points. Brody Glaze is 2nd with 186 points. And Mikey Childress, our current points leader, with 212. So not a complete runaway, as we are 1 race past the halfway point for 2023. And here comes our Honda Pace side-by-side, along with our Junior 2 field coming out trackside. This is like, correct me if I'm wrong, But there's something about the speed that these carts are coming out for the pace lap. It has a very, very strong Pro 2 feel to it. When these carts went by in a very steady, slow, methodical speed behind our pace vehicle, it sounds like it's a rumble up here in the booth with our headsets on.
Yep.
It has a very strong Pro 2 feel to it.
And it's a strong class.
I mean, Dave, look at it up there in turn 1.
I mean, they're just scaled down remote control, look like Pro 2s.
They're a controlled pace. It's like everybody obviously has their game face on. The kids are probably getting their final words from their spotters.
Yep.
Getting them pumped up a little bit. One last chance of a final reminder of some sorts. But
remember the game plan type thing.
Yeah, I'm loving this Pro 2 feel. This psychological almost anxiety before the green flag falls.
Yeah, they're definitely, they're keeping them all up in line there. Boy, looking at the switch up here, this is gonna be an interesting one. Brody
Perfectly
Glaze.
aligned, side by side, all the way back. This tells me you would never have seen this from Zane and Haley and those guys back in the core days, because they were all bouncing back and forth and side to side, bouncing off each other,
bumping their buddy in front, laughing.
Gosh, yeah,
and they get bumped. And
yeah, that whole caterpillar chain reaction thing. Boy, somebody's getting into it.
Yeah, we got some excited fans in the stands.
Oh, you know what? I stand corrected because now there's a little bumper tab going on.
Oh, yeah.
They bunch up even more. They're going to ride the cars all the way around.
Oh, look how tight they've got there to get the last
now,
two
is
up the
that
tag.
a cool picture? That is a parade lap. That's how you do it, guys.
Yeah, that is awesome, Scott. I got to agree.
Green flag is out. We're underway for the Junior 2 Karts main event. Round 5 is underway.
Brody Glaze and Collinsworth are going to leave Glaze out in the green
yeah.
machine. Look at that. 3 wide fighting for second. That Lake Adler is on the outside. He's going the long way around, and it's working.
Yeah, he went, He just made up 2 spots in one turn and drops right into the third.
The slide over. Don't get pinched.
See, here's the thing. If Greg was watching the drone shots right now live as we have 2 cars turned around, they're both okay, and we'll get back underway. If he had his cell phone going, watching the drone shot, he could have told Lake to get back.
Oh, man.
In. Wow. Cars everywhere, and everybody's still going.
And they were literally bumper to bumper, door to door, elbow to elbow.
Completing lap number 1 as our Junior 2 cars go by.
Manchester's going to go into the lead there.
Yeah, Jaden Manchester up front, Brody Glaze second, Chris Collinsworth in that final podium spot, Taylor Pike fourth, Lake Adler in the top 5. And again, Lake Adler goes to the outside.
Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing Jaden Manchester getting that Vision Canopy sponsorship there. They've got a lot of vehicles in different disciplines of racing. And
it looks like we got one car slowing. He drifted coasted all the way down that back straightaway, but it comes to a stop on the outside of turn 2.
And a great battle there also.
For that third spot, Collinsworth and Talon Pike. Boy, if I'm telling you right now, fans here in the stands, do yourself a favor and get on that cell phone of yours and go to the Great American Short Course Facebook pages. We got 2 cars look like they locked up tires.
Yeah, it looks
they hopped the tires right there. Go to your cell phone, go to the Great American Short Course Facebook page or AOE.TV.
And it looks like,
and watch it live on your cell phone right here in front of you.
And here they come. Unfortunately, they're going to have to run out of the way there.
Just about 3 wide. One car gets shoved aside and another car slow. Back and forth, back and forth. It's almost like there's a yellow out.
Yep.
I can't see where.
Oh, it's a full track caution now. They just went to it. They couldn't get him unhooked. And now they just got him hooked and they're going back underway.
All right, so we'll go to full course caution, get the cars all lined up. Once again, our running order, our top 5, Lake Adler in that 5th spot, Talon Pike 4th, Chris Collinsworth 3rd, Brody Glaze 2nd, Jaden Manchester, our current leader. 6th is Mikey Childress. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gotten up into towards the front yet. Maybe we missed something going on mid-pack, but Mikey Childress, I'm kind of surprised.
He's stuck in mid-pack right now, that's for sure.
Currently in 6th, Mackenzie Montgomery 7th, Luke Dawson and Braden Bridgewater 8th and 9th. Ian Torfey way back in the pack. In that 10th spot, Haley Collinsworth and Kylie Collinsworth 11th and 12th.
Well, we've got them all stacked up nose to tail, and I can see race controls get them in their positions. And a full class, that's for sure.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and make this bold prediction. Drop of the green flag going to turn 1. Lake Adler's going to go to the outside.
I think you might be right. So that Honda's got them all collected here. We're going to wait for it to go down. And so I love seeing, you can see the little drone in the shot there, just following them along. Nice little chase cam.
Is that the cam or the shadow?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. You can see the drone here, and then down below you can see the shadow going on the track. Oh, boy, I hear some Brody Glaze fans out there. Come on, Brody, I heard that.
Dang. Somebody's been having a couple of Bloody Marys this morning.
Oh, the fans are looking, getting big smiles.
Coming to the green flag this time around, coming out of the final corner, coming up to that first orange cone.
Oh, he is on it.
Right away, jumps on it. Look at this, bumper to bumper to bumper, 1st through 6th.
Yeah, look at the 2 packs have already separated out there. We got a straggler right in the middle. As you see overhead there, the 244 bringing up the rear of that big pack.
And there comes Mikey Childress. He moves up into that top 5. Adler is on the outside, but he's kind of getting hung out a little bit. And for the first time, I think this weekend we're seeing a little bit of dust on the outside of some of these turns.
Well, it's actually smart to go on the outside because you get out on the outside, you're running along that little section.
Second, third, and 4th all make contact. They're still locked together. They are losing play. That's Brody Glaze and I believe Collinsworth lost 2-3 positions.
And look at this, Childress now fighting up for 3rd.
Talon Pike now running that 2nd spot. Chris Collinsworth 3rd. 4th is Mikey Childress. Brody Glaze has fallen back to the top 5.
And look at that battle you were talking about there. Childress now back in that 5th position. He was running up there a little bit closer. Now he's fighting
7th.
7th, yeah, it's incredible. He's just flying back.
Yeah, missed what happened there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He lost 3 spots in that last half lap.
And Lake Adler's up to 5th there, but look at Jaden Manchester gapping it out already. Talon Pike, Collinsworth, Brody Glaze, Lake Adler, Montgomery, Childress, Dawson, Bridgewater, Collinsworth.
Mikey Childress is having all kinds of problems getting around Mackenzie Montgomery, trying to work his way back to the front. There'll be 3 laps remaining this time by. Just had Bryson Hicks check in. He goes, "Where is that?" I go, "I want to say, where's what?"
Where's what?
But if you're wondering what you're watching, we're in Victorville, California at the San Bernardino County Fairgrounds for round 5 of the 2023 season of the Great American Short Course Series. Junior 2 carts are out on the track right now. And just a little bit less than 3 laps remaining.
And don't forget, we're powered by Optima batteries. And Manchester now just gapping it out there. The great overhead. Look at the battle still going on with Pike and Brody Glaze. Talon. Oh! Brody Glaze and Talon Pike tie up a little bit. Talon gets spun around. Glaze goes up into that second position. Collinsworth, Adler, everybody moves up a spot there. Adler now battling there for that 4th position.
5 cars battling for 2nd and 3rd right now, as there will be 2 laps remaining this time by.
And the Mission Canopy K&N sponsored Jaden Manchester continues to lead.
Bryson Hicks, that was just asking where is that, comes back and he's watching us from Jay, Oklahoma. Can't wait until Visions.
Oh, nice.
He beat us both there. Man, Jaden Manchester's just kept that truck clean the entire race and just needs to keep it straight, smooth, nice and easy. Don't take any chances, as he's going to be taking the white flag this time by.
Just glided on home.
And I don't know how he did it, but just a moment ago, he was running in that 5th spot, then he was running in 3rd, and now he's battling for that 2nd spot as a white flag is coming out. And I'm talking about Mikey Childress.
And Brody Glaze right now battling for 2nd there, but Childress trying to look low. Glaze hugged around that low corner. The white flag, here he is, 1 more lap.
Brody Glaze has that 2nd spot, but here comes Mikey Childress. He's going after it. And we also have a side-by-side battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th with Chris Collinsworth, Lake Adler, and Mackenzie Montgomery.
And there it is, Manchester.
Pulled up alongside. Mikey Childress is on the outside coming into this corner. Will he try that outside entrance, inside exit move? Here comes our winner down the front straightaway. Here comes Childress to the inside. Childress makes the move down the front straightaway. On the final corner, he makes the pass to the inside, and Childress will take 2nd. Brody Glaze will finish in that final podium spot. Mackenzie Montgomery 4th. Chris Collinsworth top 5. Lake Adler 6th. Talon Pike will finish 7th. Luke Dawson 8th. Braden Bridgewater and Haley Collinsworth should round out the top 10. Yeah, once again, living up to its reputation of what they produced on the track last night in some last lap passes. Today was no different, and I'm telling you right now, Dave, I think we've got a brand new favorite class. I didn't think anything was going to be able to beat the mod carts class-wise in the entire field, but I think Junior 2s and the quality drivers we have out there. There's the unofficial results for the Junior carts that for the fans watching us at home. Haley Collinsworth in that 10th spot, Braden Bridgewater, Luke Dawson 8th, Talon Pike 7th, Lake Adler 6th, our top 5. Chris Collinsworth in that 5th spot, Mackenzie Montgomery 4th, Brody Glaze in the top 3 in that 3rd spot, Mikey Childress last corner pass for the 2nd, and Jaden Manchester, almost, I want to say, green to white to checkered, is your winner today in the 423 in the Junior Kart division. Unbelievable race. Great job by these young drivers. As it looks like Mikey Childress has got this down pat. His helmet's already off and is on top of the car as he's crawling out. That kid's got it figured out, man. He's out of the car, and looks like he's running up and hugging other drivers, working his way towards the podium. But nice job. Very fun race to watch, and a heck of a job to the Junior 2 carts. Our next race coming out here will be the Mini Stocks. Mini Stocks coming out here in just a moment. Our first big truck class of the morning. It would help to turn that on, huh? Hey, Mikey Sr., can you hear me? Mikey Childress? No? Heck. Well, Dave Arnold,
All right.
take it away, brother.
All right, Bertie Glaze, man. What an incredible race that was, boy. You and Mikey were going at it for a couple laps, so it was fun to watch. The fans were going nuts. You had a big cheering section up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people rooting for me.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
It was a good race, right? What was your favorite part of the race?
Probably when I got past them and then I made it past the line. I thought I was about to spin out in the last corner.
That was a rough one there. You guys were battling, you're throwing elbows, right?
Yeah.
Well, Bertie, you got some people to thank?
I want to thank Titan Electric, California PPE, my parents, and everybody that came out to help us, and Paul and Albert.
Give it up for Bertie Glaze. A great job by this young man. Speaking of great jobs, boy, seeing Mikey Childress all the way back in 7th and fighting your way up there and getting that last-minute pass, a little desert bump to the top. And, you know, it's just great racing. We see you guys just door-to-door battling.
Yeah, no, like I said yesterday, we've been having car issues. We started 6th. We got up to like 4th or something, then went back to like 8th or 9th. We got back up to 4th, went back to 7th, and then from there we just worked our way up, and then we sat in 3rd for 2 laps, and I knew I had to chase my opportunity, so I got that last second bump and run, and we were able to pull it off.
Well, it definitely paid off, and what makes it better here, Sophisticate Events got $50, and also from K&N Air Filters, so just sweeten the pot.
Yeah, no, it's always nice having sponsors that take care of me.
That's definitely a great one. I know you got some other great sponsors that make it all possible.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa for helping with all the potties, Sophisticated Events, City Service Paving, Toys for Trucks, Blended Canna, Mountain High, Seal Savers, MPI, and everyone for coming out and watching.
Give it up for Mikey Childress, everybody, with a great job once again, moving all the way from 7th to 2nd the last couple laps. Well, this is the great part. First of all, Mountain High, 8-hour pass. Then you got a $50 gift certificate from K&N. Oh, and it gets even sweeter. How about Bergeson's Air, Heating and Air, and Toyota of Redlands? You got $100 in there, buddy. So cool. Jade Manchester, boy, I'll tell you, the new sponsor on the side of the car has definitely lit a fire under your butt, I'd say, this year. You're putting that thing on the box rather consistent.
Yeah, it was a tough race. Just I started 3rd, got up to the front, and just held my line and just pulled away.
Speaking of pulling away, when you had that lead there and the comp caution came out, what was going through your mind?
I just got to hold this, don't mess it up.
And then the white flag came out and you had that good lead. Your spotter say just cruise it?
Yeah.
Coast it to that checker.
Yeah.
All right. You're like, I can't believe I'm up here in the first. That's so awesome. Why don't you thank some people for being up here?
I want to thank Vision Canopies, Echo Cart, RVMD, my parents, my grandpa, Mikey, and Lee.
Jade Manchester, good job up on top. Out of the mouth of babes, they say. But let's give it up for Bertie and Mikey Childress, and of course, Jade Manchester up on top with a great performance, guys. Back to you, Scott.
Well, thanks a lot, David. Again, congratulations one more time to Brody Glaze, Mikey Childress, and Jade Manchester. Awesome race to watch. That was so cool. And that right there, that picture for the fans back at home watching this, all 3 drivers in the top spot on the podium. Very cool picture. That's what this sport's all about, and the camaraderie and the sportsmanship. Coming up next, mini stocks, the first big truck race of the morning. Is we are approaching 10:30. You see the trucks back in staging. I believe we'll have 4 trucks coming out. Good race last night. And there's always special little behind-the-scenes awards that are presented to the drivers. that have earned it. But last night, in an interesting turn of events, our current points leader had issues. Got a flat tire early in the race. He was radioed that just pull into the pits. Our race is done. We'll never get you back tire changed in time. Get back out onto the racetrack. They didn't have anything set up in the hot pits, so this driver drove all the way back into the campground area where they were pitted at, changed the tire himself, came back out onto the track, I guess, before the competition yellow, and stayed out in the race. So he ended up getting the Hard Charger Award last night, and I'm talking about Anthony Chusey. What? You do know that you changed the tire? See, that's not what I heard this morning. I heard he changed his tire himself. Yeah, but I also was told that I'm kind of talking about his crew guys, right? Mikey, nice job, man. I'm talking to the crew guy, on the other side of the window here, so I'm trying to read lips because I can't hear with the headset on. But I was told that he was radioed and said that he was told that there's no way to get the tire changed in time, so just go back in the pits and park it, kind of deal. That was you that said that? Oh, you should be cuffed upside the head. You never give up, never quit. End result is Chusey drives back into the pits, back to the campground, and you changed the tire. Did he even get out of the truck? He did get out of the truck, so he helped you. So there's a hot pit set up down over there right now? Yeah, there's always that one time. You weren't a Boy Scout growing up yet where their motto is be prepared? Well, it was still a cool thing. You got back out on the, before the competition yellow, so you still had more than half the race to go, yeah. So anyways, that's a long version of what took place yesterday, but the end result is Anthony Chusey got the Hard Charger Award, and I don't know, it was $100 or something, I don't know what it was, but still, they can use every cent of it for the race program. But here's our mini stock lineup. There is 4 trucks coming out, so Robert Orr and Anthony Chusey will be on that front row in the 15 and the number 1, as Anthony Chusey is our defending class champion. And row 2 will be Brent Veenstra in the 70. And who's driving today? Is it Grandma again? Do you know?
I don't know. Do you see Janice out there? Janice out there again. I see the head shake. No? Yes? Maybe?
Anybody know if
the circle?
Do you guys know, is Grandma driving again today? Yes?
Janice.
She is? I like Grandma better. She's a mom that's a grandma. It's amazing how people think we can read lips.
I'm going to just let you just keep digging that hole, Scott.
She had so much fun that they bought 2 mini stocks, so her husband, and her son will all be mini stocks.
Oh, my goodness. Next time I hear there's
You see, right there's an example of who runs that household.
Yes.
That's who runs. Janice runs, she doesn't wear pants. She wears bibbed overalls, man. She's got the whole thing going on.
That's so awesome.
They went out and bought, where do you find 3 mini stocks that fast?
They're out there. There used to be a lot of Class 7s, SXs that we talked about, or the 7Ss, that we talked about. And,
yeah, but
they're out there.
3 in one afternoon? They had to have been all in one location or something.
Well, I'm sure we're going to go ahead and see them.
We'll find out. That's a good question. If Grandma could get on the podium again.
Where did you find it? There's Janice right there, the 99.
So once again on that front row, inside, Robert Orr in that 15. Outside will be defending class champion Anthony Chusey and yesterday's Hard Charger Award.
I'm hoping she found that other gear because she was stuck in second, couldn't get out into third.
Yeah. There's the official points as of round 4 last night. Robert Orr still maintains that top spot with 215. Brent Veenstra has 211 and 208. You know what? That was a good points move yesterday.
Yes.
To get back into the pits and change that tire and come back out. That could be a championship potential.
I think that's why he probably did it. You're right.
Yeah. Holy
It
crap.
would have been nice if Oliver ran down there and changed the tire for him.
As I understand it, was him that radioed and said, go back and park it. Go back and park it. Our day is done. Nice call, spotter. But let's see, and I got to go out there on a limb and say that Anthony Chuzy's not the brightest bulb in the box, because that guy that yesterday told him to go ahead and park it, our day is done, is spotting again today. But you may have won 2 championships, but you spot like crap.
Yeah, we wouldn't pull your leg, Oliver.
Yeah.
We didn't like you.
Yeah, Anthony, you got a flat tire. Go ahead and park it. Our day's done. I didn't hear what was said, but it has everybody
he
laughing.
says you got to go win this race so they'll stop talking smack.
No, we're not talking smack about him.
Well, no,
It's about his spotter. So we're coming around to take that green flag out of that final corner. They're coming through the corner. You can just about see our pace vehicles, pulling off that track.
All right, look at this. Door to door there. Horn, choosing Vinstra and Miller. Oh.
And let's see. Chuzy's picking right up where he left off. He's got those special staggered tires on the back there, eh? His spotter probably mounted them this morning. Well,
you might have somebody waiting in the parking lot for me when you leave the town.
How about this? Grandma's on that podium spot right now.
Yeah, Janice, another good run out there. Choosy trying to make his run back up. Beanstra, but it's Robert Orr. Once they, get out front early on in the race. But yesterday was another story. Veenstra. Brent gave him a good run for the money. Came back, passed him. He left the door open, like he said, too many times. And Veenstra took advantage of it.
Wow. Let's see. Veenstra had a huge push to that right-hander in the infield. Hangs on to second. And we kind of mentioned there might have been a...
Oh, no. Choosy goes around again.
Because the spotter told him to, probably.
Scott, you're not making friends fast.
That's just the one guy.
He's part of that trophy car mafia. I'd watch out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that spotter probably put 35 pounds of tire pressure in both rear tires. This guy running really loose right now, dude. Should be running like, I don't know, 16, but he's probably out there running 35s. He's making it pretty easy.
Okay, Scott, I don't think I've got that long in a while.
So Robert Orr's has got the race in control as of right now. Brent Veenstra running that second spot. Janice right now running in third in that white number 99.
Brent Veenstra, looks like Robert Orr this time is not going to go those wide qualifying lanes that he talked about. He's going to run this race, keep it tight. He's got a good lead out there, but again, I know Brent Veenstra, just like yesterday, the game plan was wait for the calm caution and then strike like a cobra.
Yeah, it sounds like Janice still has those transmission issues. She went from sound like second to fourth.
Yeah.
If she's running a fourth gear, I don't know. Yeah, it just dumped hard in the RPMs. Here comes Chuzy now going to the inside of Janice. So, yeah, good job by the spotter getting him around clean. Oh, boy.
Boy, I can hear that crowd going crazy down there right now. shot? It's up to you. Well, Juicy's making a good run now. Straightened up there, going around the corners.
You know, these guys obviously run on limited budgets, so they don't have a whole lot of tire selection to go to. Pretty much one tire, one groove, almost probably for half the season. Then it's like a Christmas morning when they get a new set of tires. So we noticed this last night, a lot of tire spin.
Yes.
Not able to get hooked up.
Robert Orr was really experiencing that too, quite a bit. And that could have been, like you said, either tire pressure or grooving, because this is a better new track, and I think it needs to be more aggressive because we do have a little bit of loaminess to it, I would say. Coming up next, limited buggy, desert buggy, and then of course I do believe we're going to be moving to our halftime break. Definitely hear the crowd out there making noise.
This is one of the popular classes. This is where the whole family, half the neighborhood's all involved, and they all come for their favorite driver. And there's for all the fans at home, there's a picture of Janice right now. Janice Miller. Grandma of 4, right? Not 5, 4?
It's 4, yes.
Yeah.
I think it was funny because her husband, he forgot thought he had an extra grandkid. It's probably one of the neighborhood kids that hang out and they just bring it along and they adopt them. You know, that's how she's like, do I have 5 or 4? You know, you lose count.
There was a time Jennifer and I were the parents of 12 Marines.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but yeah.
Sunday dinners,
yeah.
A bigger table.
Well, the competition yellow is being waved right now. Our beautiful Toyota of Redlands pace trucks out on the track, collecting the field. And I can't help but think that Janice is still having transmission issues.
Yeah, but I tell you what, she's got that 10,000 watt smile going on right now. That helmet, having a blast.
All it takes is that once. But I'm going to reiterate the fact that's awesome. When she goes back into the pits after the race and goes, honey, it's my call. We're doing it. And by the way, I'm still going to Macy's shopping tomorrow for a new purse.
That'd be the coach outlet. Well, I know that the Wardropes had the 98 and the 99, and that's the 98 that they purchased. I wonder where the 99 is. I mean, I'm sorry, the 99, where the 98 is.
I'm saying, what are you looking at?
I meant to say the 98. But we've had a couple more of them out there, and I'd like to see them get back. It's a fun class.
Yeah, in one race, it sounds like we're going from 4 to 7. That's a pretty good numbers jump.
I'm good with that.
So once again, we want to thank all the fans at home watching us or wherever you're at. It sounds like we got some fans watching us from Mid-America Outdoors in Jay, Oklahoma. We got some fans from South Dakota, from Oregon.
Of course, Carson City, Nevada.
Yeah. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. Actually from John Wayne Airport as well. So we got quite a few more watching us. Please check in. Let us know where you're watching us from.
Well, I want to see them put on, the racing at all the bars at all the airports. I think that would be pretty awesome. Get the live streams on there.
You know, it was kind of cool back when I was doing the CBS Sports Network TV stuff for the Snowcross series. I was in South Dakota, Deadwood, calling the race, and PJ was at, I think Arby's it was, in Oceanside, watching the race from there live. I'm like, that was...
Yeah, right. After batter says green once again, or Veenstra, Choosy trying to make a run up on Veenstra now.
Choosy just seems a tick off, just not quite there. He's usually the guy that sets the pace and everyone's chasing him, but not today or not this weekend. He's having one bug after another bug after another bug, and a spotter that doesn't want to race the second half of a race. I don't know. Maybe the brats were really good on the grill, or maybe the Mountain Dew was nice and cold. I don't know.
Ooh, it looks like Veenstra gave a little push back there to Choosy.
And the spotter tells him to go around one more time.
He was hungry for donuts.
I can't help but think that more than anything else, I think that's probably a tire issue.
Something's going on, definitely.
I mean, as far as whether it be grooving or tire pressures, that's something that can be easily be corrected.
Yeah, you got to find that happy medium. You don't want to run that too low. You can sit around that 15, 16. Otherwise, you're popping beads. You go much lower than that around turns, putting pressure on them.
Do you know, is there a tire rule in this class, as far as size goes? I don't know if there is or not.
Not sure.
Because that's be the easiest way to change the gearing. Instead of trying to, drop the rear end and change the ring and pinion.
Either a shorter and smaller or taller tire.
Yeah. Yeah, Anthony's, Choozy's lap times are just not consistent with the top two right now. He's 2 seconds off the pace on average.
Yeah, that truck is definitely not handling it. And here we go. Orr's leaving that door open again. Veenstra getting a run up there. Brent said last time in the box, he goes, kept it open the door. What am I supposed to do? Gotta make a pass. We'll see Choosy get up into it.
Didn't Veenstra run an in-car camera yesterday? Oh no, it was Robert Orr.
Robert Orr.
Orr
Yes.
ran the in-car camera yesterday, and it was fun being able to watch him shift the manual, which is something you don't see. Even in the off-road racing world, you don't see manual transmissions very much. It's fun to watch him shift through the gears on each and every lap.
Or we call the manual automatics kind of type deal now.
Well,
it's a totally different animal.
Just slam it from one spot to the next.
Yeah. Ratchet it away. And oh no, left front tire is gone on Choosy.
Yeah, white flag is coming out this time by, so if you want him to pit and not come out, now would probably be that time.
I don't know, they're looking, they're seeing he's got one lap to go.
Now there's the white flag, yeah. Boy, yeah, the RPMs of our top two trucks are definitely pinned a little bit higher than they were the last couple laps.
Yeah, looking, where did Janice Miller go? Did we lose her?
Yeah, she must have pulled off 2 laps ago. She hasn't scored anything until the last number 7, so we missed it.
Didn't see her exit. I was too busy watching Choosy. And also Veenstra and Orr right now just having an epic battle. I don't know this time if Veenstra's going to be able to do it, but he's going to give it a run for the money here with a couple turns still left to go.
He lost quite a bit of distance on that last lap.
Robert Orr's not going to let that door be open this time for sure. Oh, there she is. There's Janice Miller.
And coming for the checkered flag, in hand and in the air. I mean, Robert Orr taking the win, along with Brent Veenstra in second. And it looks like, I don't know how this is going to be scored, because Choozy's pulled off the track on lap 8, and Janice has come around and score lap 8. So that'll take care of our mini stock race. I believe Anthony Choosy is being scored for that final podium spot. I'm not sure, that's unofficial. Nice job spotting. There's the unofficial results. We'll have Janice Miller finishing in that 4th spot. Anthony Chusey will end up on the podium along with Brent Veenstra in 2nd. And Robert Orr will take the win here. And this will move around that points quite a bit. So the next race coming up will be limited buggies. Limited buggies are in stage and getting ready to go, as our mini stocks are coming up to the podium. We'll send Dave Arnold trackside to the podium to talk to our top 3 finishers as we get ready for the next race.
Okay, here we go. It looks like even with losing that, breaking the spindle there, Anthony Chusey able to make the podium there. Unfortunately, Janice Miller was down a couple laps there. She had pulled off, but by the finish, Anthony, you had at least enough laps to get that 3rd spot.
Yeah, you know, last 4 races of the season, basically just going to be in my own world, and we're going to nut up or shut up, and that's about it. So we got to make it happen.
Well, the pressure's been on you, a former champion in this class, and definitely the target now. It's going to be a struggle and a fight all the way to the end of the season.
Oh yeah, my savings is going to get depleted. We're making this truck back on the podium by the end of the season. We're putting everything into it now. We got a good 3 months. Yeah, if my competition thinks I'm going to be lazy, they got a rude awakening coming, so let's make it happen.
Well, here's something that's going to help there, $50 from K&N on that, make that thing breathe a little bit better. So I know you want to thank some people for it, Anthony?
Yeah, I want to thank Lee and Papa Perfect. I want to thank La Bufadora Food Trucks. They're always out here supporting us. It's a shame they can't be coming out this weekend. I also want to thank General Tire and Action Sports Canopies, CarTech, all the contingency sponsors that help put this thing on for everyone, and the City of Victorville for giving us a great track. Also, Lee again for that track design killer. I love that back corner. Maybe not the best for a mini stock, but that's on us, not him. So we just got to make it a tank.
There it is, Anthony Chusey. Big round of applause there, 3rd place. All right, Brent Veenstra. First of all, $50 from K&N. That always makes it nice there. Well, capitalization did not happen with those doors being left open this time. Looks like you started to get up on them, and then that last lap you started just getting that little bit of a gap. I don't know if you missed a shift or something, but you didn't have that momentum.
Yeah, I was from 2nd to 3rd, couldn't get that shift down. He left the door open one time, like the whole race. There was only one time, and I tried to capitalize. I couldn't get it though. The truck wasn't fast enough.
You had a good time, though. Smiles on all your faces. You guys are having a blast, right?
Oh yeah, it's always fun racing.
You like to thank some people?
Yeah, I just want to thank my friends and family. Greg, Steven, Lily, I want to congratulate you you did good today. Just everybody that puts on this show, it's fun.
Give it up for Brent Feenstra, everybody. Great job there. And Rob, you were a bridesmaid yesterday. Today, you're standing on top of the box. And Bergeson's Heating and Air and Toyota Redlands hooked you up with some cold hard cash there. Rob, he said you only left the door open one time today. Yesterday was multiple. Looked like you said you were running those qualifying runs. You were looking fast until the second half when he was up on you. But today, you were having nothing to do with that.
Yeah, you guys talked me into not leaving the door open yesterday. So I knew I had to protect a little bit, obviously. But it was fun. He was still there. It's always a competitive race in this class. It's fun. And sometimes you make it up here, sometimes you don't. But making it on the podium is definitely an accomplishment.
Consistency, and that's what the three of you guys seem to do.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate on my truck. It's really consistent and pretty durable, so that's worked in my favor a lot. Not necessarily always the fastest, but.
Would you like to thank some people?
Yeah, I'd like to, friends and family, of course, Bergeson and Toyota, and K&N, and I would like to, CarTech, Aturo tires, the tires hooked up, they did well. Rugged Radios, Action Sports Canopy, great canopies, you guys have to check them out. Coast Appliance, Jeff Ford Designs for building a great truck for me to come out and play on. Gas Crew, you guys, Medics, everybody that makes this possible.
Give it up for Rob Orr. Oops, hold on.
Okay, I got to thank my grandsons, Gavin, Eckler, and Zachary.
Can't let him forget that. That's right. You got to remember the grandkids. So give it up for Rob Orr one more time. Give it up for Anthony Chusey. Brent Feenstra. And standing tall on top of the box with redemption, Rob Orr. Back up to you, Scott. Limited Buggy and Desert Buggy.
Oh, once again, thanks a lot, Dave, as we get ready for our last race of the morning before we take a little bit of a break for the second half later on. Our next race will be the Limited Buggy 1600 Desert Buggy race. You can see, for the fans back at home, you can see them walking, our camera is walking through staging right now. As I look at the lineup, it sounds like Kevin Streety, for the first time in a long time, won't be able to make the calls. He's back in the pits right now having transmission issues. I think he said it's stuck in second, I think, or something like that. So Richard Woods will be out here in a 1600 Desert car in the 1698. Carson Smith in the 319 will start on the pole in the Limited Buggy division. Alongside of Smith will be Travis Howard in the 318. Row 2 inside will be Matt Simodi in the 314. Outside of Simodi will be Jesus Sanchez in the 355. And rounding up the field to the back row, the row number 3, Sean Jones in the 385 and Darren Sefton in the 368. Once again, just to let the race fans know, if you got your cell phone out, grab it, open it up, and tune in to our Facebook page, Great American Short Course Facebook page, or AOE.TV, and you can watch it live on your cell phone and see some of these fantastic camera shots, our drone shots, and you just might find it advantageous if you're a spotter as well, getting a different angle to watch your driver out there. That looks like it's Richard Woods running a two-seater out there in the Desert car. In fact, it looks like, I don't know if she still is, but it looks like Corey Weller's watching us from either someplace up here in the grandstands or back in the pits. So, hi, Corey. Yep. That's Richard Woods right there, running an in-car camera of both him and his co-driver. There's Sanchez. There's the Samodi car, the 314. Our camera guys have been super, super busy this weekend. Just getting some very, absolutely incredible camera shots. There's one of our drone pilots up there getting an overhead shot of the cars as they come out on the racetrack. So it's been confirmed Kevin Streety won't be coming out onto the track with transmission issues. This will be the first one in a long time that he'll have missed. He's here. He ran last night, but not able to make the call here this morning. So the streak has been broken, which is tough to see. In-car camera shot for our fans back at home of Richard Woods. So as the field's coming back around, completing lap number 1.
Oh, look at this, Richard Woods and Mr. Streety battling back there in the desert buggies, the two guys.
Actually, Streety didn't.
Whoa!
Streety didn't make the call, so
no,
he
didn't.
scratched.
I'm sorry, it is the Streety. It is the 314. My apologies.
So Travis Howard, Carson Smith, Jesus Sanchez running 1, 2, and 3 right now in the limited cars.
I say though, Richard Woods though was given a limited buggy for run for their money. I wasn't used to that. I was like, was that Kevin Streety? Nope, Kevin's out.
And he's running a co-driver as well, so
keeps the car balanced. And a great shot on board there. You can see the co-driver Scott there trying to keep the mud off his visor, constantly wiping with a rag. Not that you need a navigator or a co-driver. It's just kind of, that's a fun little deal. You know, take your buddy for a ride. Scare the bejesus out of them.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
I don't do well with that.
There's a high degree of that going on. Carson Smith, Travis Howard, and Jesus Sanchez still maintain the top 3 in the short course, the limited buggy division.
Great shot there showing the layout of this track. Now this is the last race before the break, and of course we'll go back into the larger classes as we go through the day, starting again at 12 o'clock. Limited buggy, desert buggies out on the track at this moment. Carson Smith leading. Richard Woods leading in the desert buggies, but Travis Howard running second, and it looks like Sanchez, Jones, Smokey, and Sefton round out the field. There's Mike. Let's see, Smokey goes by, and then Sefton. Like our leaders now coming out of that far new extension into the center of the track there. Carson Smith, winner from yesterday, looking to repeat it, go back to back.
Probably the coolest interview you had yesterday all day long up on the podium was Jesus Sanchez. I don't think there's anybody that was more appreciative of being able to be out on the track, out here with his family, out here with his friends, with help from a few other racers, and he acknowledged everybody. Oh
yeah, it was
and
awesome.
Twice I think he kind of choked up a little bit, I think. Yeah, there's nobody out here that's more appreciative of that guy, just to have the opportunity to be out here racing in general and on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Desert car goes by there. Richard Woods.
I believe the comp yellow's coming out this time around for Carson Smith and the rest of the field.
And speaking of Carson Smith, in through the split lanes now, up and over the rollers. I mean, they catch a little air, but they're kind of like rollers for most of the classes, the bigger horsepower ones. You're able to get it, but these guys definitely hauling the mail.
And there's the yellow flag as the cars cross the line. We'll send out, I believe it's Gary Lane in that Toyota of Redlands Toyota Pace truck. Oh, look at this! Our leader's throwing smoke.
Oh no!
And it's not steam. It's definitely got a blue tint to it. That will change things up drastically.
Travis Howard's like smelling blood in the water for the shark. It's smoke.
It just appeared right outside. The pace truck picked up the field. He was kind of stopped waiting for the pace truck, and when he accelerated just to take off, dropped the clutch, and a big old plume of blue smoke came out of the back of the 319 Carson Smith car. So definitely keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I know someone's going to be keeping an eye on is Travis Howard right behind him. He's probably in there going, oh yeah, rubbing those hands together. Well, the Toyota Redlands Pace truck's going to lead him through the center here. Just a short time, we'll be seeing it pull off. And I'm going to be curious to see, like you said, when he got off the gas, was waiting, and got back on it, what's going to happen on that restart? Are we going to see a plume of smoke, or was it a fluke?
Yeah, we'll find out in a second.
Loving that TRD package on that beautiful Toyota. That's the Tacoma, right? Yes, Tacoma. Great package there also. Good. And Optima Battery says green, green, green. No smoke this time. It looked clear coming off. Smith already starting to stretch that lead out. Travis Howard in hot pursuit. And Jesus Sanchez. It's like Jones, Samodi, Sefton in tow.
I never realized until just now as I'm looking at the drone shots, that backstretch corner, that turn, it's right probably within 30 feet of somebody's backyard. I mean, there's a tall concrete wall separating, but still.
Is that concrete or is that like just corrugated metal?
Further down, it looks like it's concrete.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's been no smoke coming out of the back of Smith's car since that one moment right before the comp yellow, right at the comp yellow. So things appear to be kind of okay right now. It's still waiting for it to happen, if it's going to.
Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at Sean Jones. We did a good shot there just a minute ago. He's sitting in fourth, just behind Sanchez. Jones Motorsports. Yeah, Smith got a good gap there on Travis Howard. Howard trying to find that extra speed.
Tucker on that right hand 180. Accelerates out. Yeah, you usually see smoke like that or puff under acceleration. You know, popping gears or something, and I've just not seen it now.
Well, it is a Volkswagen motor. You never know. These tends to have some oil.
Run forever,
yeah.
even without oil.
Yeah. The oil just finds its way out of places and still runs.
Less than 2 laps remaining in our limited buggy, 1600 desert buggy race. We'll be going to a little bit of a break right after this one, right after your interview. Coming back at what?
High noon.
High noon. I got to bug out at 1 o'clock.
I'm going to give you 1:15. You got a long drive down there to the ranch, and then throw your stuff in, and then down to the old San Diego.
Then
literally, it is like within 10 miles of the Mexican border. That's how close San Diego is.
Yeah,
it's down there.
Let's just say if they turn on takeoff, if the plane swings to the left to turn around to go back to the mainland, you're looking right down at TJ. Yeah. There's the white flag. One more time around. The drone is right on top of them as they go through turn 1. And Carson Smith has been really strong.
Yes, he has. Travis Howard's been strong too. Look at this. Oh no. John Jones having issues. Slides back into 5th place now. Samodi moves up a spot. As we take a look at our leader there. Clear track in front, nice gap back to 2nd of Travis Howard.
You know you got a talented drone pilot when he's running flying close enough to the car that the drone is getting roosted.
Well, the impressive thing is they know racing and how they're able to follow the racing. Is they're not getting direction, they're just following this thing with VR goggles. It's incredible. There it is.
Checkered flag comes off for Carson Smith, Travis Howard in 2nd. Another podium for Jesus Sanchez. That'll be fun for you there, Dave. Darren Sefton will cross the line. Whoa, let's go. Darren Sefton will cross the line in the top 5 as he'll finish 4th. Sean Jones in the top 4, and Richard Woods will cross the line as the winner in this 1600 Desert car. So for the last time in the first half of this morning, we're going to send Dave Arnold down trackside, talk to our top 3 finishers in both classes. And we'll be coming back at 12 noon, high noon sharp, for the second half of round 5 of the Great American Short Course here in Victorville, California at the San Bernardino County Fairgrounds.
All right, here they are. As is Sanchez, once again, Travis Howard and Carson Smith standing tall on top of the box. Well, look at you. Just a regular up here hanging out.
Hope to keep it going.
Oh, well, we're 4 for 4, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's consistent there, and these guys are battling. It's going to be a halfway point now. Just find a little bit more speed, knock these two down.
I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon, but I'm good where I'm at right now.
You're having a blast, though, right?
Yes, I am. It's fun than anything.
We love having you here. It's so awesome, and I know you probably want to thank some people.
Major Engines, Meehan, my family, Justin for spotting me. He did a great job, and thank you.
Good reference. Sanchez, everybody, great job, 3rd place. Moving on here to Travis Howard, you got $50 from Sophisticated Events and $100 from K&N, and I believe what $100 or so on the Sparko card. Gotta love that. Travis, getting tired of being the bridesmaid with this youngster, huh?
It's better than getting 3rd all the time.
You got. Zeus was like, man, I'm just happy to be here. Dude, oh man, what a great race! So you get up there, he's within your striking distance, though.
Yeah, Carson's always such a tough competitor, and he's got some really good lines. So I just like to follow him around.
As he says begrudgingly.
Yeah. So it was a great race. On that first lap, I felt that he left the door. He thought it was halfway shut, and I just kind of muscled my way in there. And I tried to keep it as clean as I could. I'm sorry if it was a little dirty, but, we're all out here for one thing, and that's to be up on that spot, and congrats to him.
Awesome. You like thanks to people?
Absolutely. B&R Buggy, Meehan Motorsports, Fuel Factory, Sophisticated Events, Holes, Slow Ride, There's somebody else out there. Oh yeah, my mom right here. We don't have to sing happy birthday today. Obviously the Childers family, the Coons, everybody that shows up and supports, and my main man, Jay over here up on the spotters booth, been helping me out all weekend, and Andy and Rob for coming out and helping me out and cooking for us, and we had a good old time last night, and I don't think I need to eat for a while, so old school. But everybody out there, hey Madeline, Roy, thank you, and thanks to everybody with gas, the whole crew.
Travis Howard, everybody's second place, and then moving on here, Carson, $100 from K&N, Sparko, another $100, and how about that, Bergeson's AC and Heat there, and Toyota of Redlands hooking you up, brother. So great race out there, and Travis already hinted on your little rub and love there, and tell you guys, though, you came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, first lap, I heard inside, so I kind of closed the door down, but I didn't want to do anything crazy, and he took advantage of it. And then a couple laps later, he left the door open, so I tried to take advantage of it, and I was able to make it stick and hang on to it. So
here you are, points leader, going into this.
yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I got to thank the Kennedys for all they do, and Gunner for spotting for me, and DSP, AIC, Gordon Feed, everyone else that helps me. Yeah, thank you.
Carson Smith, but one more time, let's give it up for Jesus Sanchez, also Travis Howard, and Carson Smith standing tall on top of the box. Hey, Rich Wood's up here, and we'll talk to him. Saw him battling that desert buggy with those limited buggies. Boy, he was throwing some elbows with them early on. It was interesting to watch for sure, and that's always great. It was cool. We watched the onboard camera. I could see your co-driver. He's got his rag wiping the mud off his hand. His face all the time. Yeah. It's like when you're supposed to be wiping the driver's visor.
I was handing it to him.
You were sure. He never gave it, though. He was just like, oh, here it is.
Right. Yes.
Well, Richard, good time. You got $100 there from K&N. Make that machine breathe, and talk about the race out there playing with the limited buggies.
Yeah, we weighed that car this morning just for kicks and giggles, and we're 600 pounds. We're 2230. So we're having fun out here. I mean, I want to find some junior carts for my grandkids. So if anybody has any, let me know. But we had some fun. I mean, they gapped us a little bit, so we just kind of cruised until the yellow flag. And I said, okay, let's see what we could stay with them. And we're in. At least we could see them. So I'm happy with that. So.
Would you want to thank some people?
Oh yeah, G1 Product, OK Tire, McKinsey's, Cartech, K&N, Yokohama, Dave Foltz Trans, DK. I'd like to thank OG Racing, my cousin Mike, crew chief Robert, my family, my wife, my mother, and all my friends. Thanks. Thank you.
Well, great to see Mike and Richard up here again. That's awesome there. But hopefully we'll find some cars for the grandkids, get some more people racing. So, folks, short break. We'll be back right at noon racing. So don't go too far. We'll be back here on here for Great American Short Course.